What's up, Damon D? Yeah, what's up, Ohio boy here? Finally caught you. Like, what's up, Damon? What's up, man? Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let me check. I'm just checking my audio real quick on my phone to make sure. You know, cause Streamlabs. Hey, okay. There's my ad. It's 20 seconds behind. Oh no, this is from yesterday. Here we are. Let's go here. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let me check. I'm just checking my. Okay, yeah. Here we are. So, the video for today is. What's up, Nuclear Bomb? What's up, man? Thanks for tuning in, man. The video for today is going to be 3 feminists versus 1 incel, right? What's up, MG Verde? We live, baby. Prime time in Prague. What's good? Yeah. If I did just turn my Wi-Fi off to make sure my connection to be solid, you know, for a live stream, I would show you guys. Because it's starting to get to the point, it's getting darker much earlier now. Because it's 7:30 now. And it's like, it's not getting dark, but it's like getting dark, if you know what I mean. But I just turned the Wi-Fi off. So if I were like, I don't trust this shit, I might lose the connection. Because I think I tried a while back and that happened. I think I was doing I was on Scotty's side and I did that and it just fucked up my stream, like my part of the stream from there on. It was just fucked up the rest of the time. So I'm too scared to fuck with it. It's Scotty. He's a real cool dude, man. So if you got extra time, check out Scotty's side. He's a real cool dude. Real cool. I think I forget where he's from. Oregon, I think. But yeah, real good dude to talk to. Everybody I've ever done anything with was always real good. I'm just always bad at communicating, you know. I'm just like I'm bad at, especially now with having, you know, baby Kratos. I'm just that was just the final fucking dagger in, you know, in in all this shit. Is I'm still recuperating from that, but yeah. I mean, look back at the title. So the video title for today. Actually, let me try something real fast. Let me try a little something. I don't know, Streamlabs might fuck me up though. Let me add a window capture here. That way we can see. Uh-oh, that's way too big. That way we can see what we gonna cover, you know, tonight. Maybe I should type in like on tonight's episode and put that shit like tonight's episode : and then it's like, you know, it's just sitting down here chilling. Then when I switch it over, yeah, I mean it is gonna be me. But yeah, man, where we at? Yeah, where's our 20-minute Kratos update? He in college yet? This motherfucker drinking all my beer, man. Every time I go in there, it's he brought an IOU on the refrigerator, and all my beer is gone. Motherfucker. Crazy. Yo, what's up, Xavier? At work? Cool, man. Yeah, it's 7:34 here, man. So it's probably, I guess it's at least 1:30 where you at minimum. Probably earlier than that. Because, yeah, that's Eastern Standard. I think you say you in the U.S., Eastern Standard Time is 6 hours behind. So it'd be, yeah, it's at least 1:30 p.m. Anywhere from what, 9:30 to 1:30 right now? I'll rewatch on the flip. Hey D, what music have you been listening to lately? Let me look at my Apple Music, cause yo, I get Apple Music for like $5 a month because I still got my university email, so I get that shit for like $5. Let me check my cause yo, I would never spend. I think the regular Apple Music plan is like fucking like $15 a month or something crazy. Like I would never spend that much. Really, $5 a month is really too much for real, but. I mean, the fact that I got access to all this shit, and then they got the lyrics and all that shit, and you can just download it. I'll fuck with it for $5 a month. Let me wait. Where's my songs? So, well, the last few songs I actually downloaded was a public service announcement by Jay-Z, Kryptonite. For some reason, I always like that song, that I be on it all night, man. I be on it day, straight up. Pimp, if you want me, you could find me in the. Hey, I always like that song. Because I'm not a big. I was never a big fan of Outkast back, you know, when I was younger, and I used to always go to Atlanta. Well, not always. I would go about once a year to Atlanta to see my family. But which is, so you would think I would have a little more predisposition to liking music from Atlanta. So I play Outkast with my girl. Like, they don't even get it over. Like, it's some music that's like hot to us, but they just like, they have a different perception on, you know, American hip hop over here. So like a lot of it, It's surprising, like some of the hip hop they got, but some of it they didn't. And then out of that, what they like and what they didn't like out of it. But I always like that. I will play it, but I'm sure I get fucking copyrighted on here. You know what's crazy? I was on Instagram and I found this Christian rapper, man, and that shit was hot. That Been About It. Like, I like that beat. It's Been About It. It's called Been About It. Andy Mineo and Lecrae or something like that. I found that shit on Instagram and it was playing. I was like, I like that. That's hot. And he did, like, you know, it was hot. I like the beat. Katie Tunstall. I always like Katie Tunstall. It's this girl who plays guitar. Still a weirdo. I always like that song. Then I got, actually, and you know what? Actually, my favorite Kanye. Somebody asked me what was my favorite Kanye West CD, and I actually got it wrong. For some reason, I always say College Dropout. When in reality, let me see. I'm pretty sure it's Late Registration. The one with Heard 'Em Say, Touch the Sky, Gold Digger, and all that. I always get it because when I seen it, I was like, oh shit, I said the wrong shit. So pretty late. The Kanye West CD that had Wake Up Mr. West with Bernie Mac on it, and Heard 'Em Say, Touch the Sky, Gold Digger, Drive Slow, My Way Home, Crack Music, Roses, all that shit. Like, yeah, that's my favorite Kanye West CD. I always want to call. I always think it's College Dropout, but it's. I'm pretty sure it's Late Registration. Is the one that had Hey Mama on it. Hey Mama, I know I act a fool, but I promise you I'm going back to school. And they say, but you will laugh at me, and I just want you to be proud of me. Hey Mama. Butterful Some Clavier by Annan May Cantariet. I found that song a long time ago, though, but I just downloaded it. It's this German band. And this dude has a real dark, deep voice when he sings and he plays the guitar. But it's a good song, though. Some Russian shit that I just don't even feel like trying to pronounce right now. Na 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 by Nelly. I always like that song, too. Na 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 by Nelly. Outside would feature Ellie Goulding and Calvin Harris. I like that. Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell. Man Don't Dance, Big Shaq. Run Around Sue by Dion and the Belmonts. I always forget which one is one. Let me play it to my ear so I don't get copyrighted. I know if I play, I know I'm gonna get copyrighted, dude. But I love a lot of that old 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s music. I love a lot of that shit. I know I'll get copyrighted if I play this shit, dude. I tell you what, on my subscribe star, I'm just gonna put like songs from all different like walks of life that I like, you know. Because for some reason, whenever I talk about music, I just always bring up Eminem, but he's probably actually like the least music I got in here by artists. Well, Stromae's whole last album got that shit in here. Pale Yellow by Woodkid. Psycho by 50 Cent. Devils Never Cry by the Devil May Cry song. Devils Never Cry. I found this one song called For a Few Dollars More, right? For a Few Dollars More. I heard it while I was driving down the highway in Czech Republic, and I never heard this shit in America. But the lyric, it's one of them old kind of folk timey bands, you know, from like maybe like the 70s. But the lyrics were actually pretty fucking good. So I like that song. It's like it's almost a country song type of thing, but it has a real good I think it's a very well made song, honestly. Here's the Eminem shit right here. The Marshall Mathers LP, I think. The one that has Kill You on it. That was my favorite Eminem CD. The one that had Kill You. Let's see, yeah, just random like The Search by the NF Kid, Stunt 101, G Unit. Hosier, you Hosier. You gotta like his shit at some point. Something he's made, you have to like it. He's one of them artists. Just a bunch of random. Cameron, just random. Crunk music. I remember that crunk music. I like some Ed Sheeran. I like some Ed Sheeran shit too. I know people be roasting him and shit, but I like a decent amount of his shit. Maybe not every song, but I like a decent amount of it. Wandering Star by Portishead. Well, a lot of Portishead. I like Portishead. There's more G Unit shit. Too Rich for the Bitch. I like that song. I'm too rich for the bitch. I'm too rich for the bitch. Let's see. Say Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. In My Hood. That In My Hood was the only song. That and Piggy Bank was the only song off of the Massacre that 50 Cent had that I liked. The rest of that CD I thought, or the I'm supposed to die tonight all through my hood. I like that, but that whole CD was just, other than those 2 or 3 songs, that CD was just complete trash. Like Portishead, a random Lil Wayne song, Long Tall Sally by Lil Richard. I got on Long Tall Sally from the Mafia 2. I think it's a Mafia 2 game. They played that song in the soundtrack, and I love the song ever since. Long Tall Sally. Yeah, man. Like I said, I wonder if there's a way I could just share my Apple Music library. I wonder if there's a way if I could just do that. I would just do it and just put it on, wherever. So if anybody's interested, they can see it. Because it is really all. The only thing I just don't like is like hard metal. That's the only thing I just don't really fuck with. But everything else, I can see. There was this one dude, Scott Dunbar. No, I bet I could play this because I'm pretty sure this wouldn't be copyrighted. He plays accordion. Let me see if I can find it. I'm pretty. This won't be copyrighted because he's not famous. Maybe you never know. Maybe it might be copyrighted. I like these performances where he's sitting on here with just these performances, right? Where he's you can't see it. Hang on, let me switch it to scene. There we go. So these performances where he's sitting and just playing, he has this whole different. Oh, it got 1 million views now. He must have blew up because he did not have 1 million views. He wasn't even close to 1 million when I found him years. So he might have fucked around and copyrighted this shit now. Tinfoil hat. That was a great performance. There's one that's my favorite. I actually got because my mom played accordion when she was little. So I have it's not here with me in Prague. It's back in the U.S. So I have her accordion. And I tell my girl, look, accordion, that's a hard, motherfuckers be roasting accordion back, when Steve Urkel was doing that shit. But accordion is some real shit, man. That's a hard instrument to play. There was this one live performance. This dude was good too. This is not Scott Dunbar. He just some random motherfucker. But Scott Dunbar, he had this one performance. Let's do this. Tinfoil. Because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't copyright this. Live. Or maybe he could have took it down. This was good, but it's out of sync. This one was good, but it's not in sync, so it's kind of awkward to watch it. No, I think this is the one that's out of sync. But there was one where he's standing on stage. It's not this one. I can't even find this shit. A lot of people play on. I don't know what this. I think this is Louisiana. A lot of people. Yeah, this is Louisiana. A lot of people play on this corner. This must be a popular corner in Louisiana because I've seen other artists that I follow randomly and they're on that corner. But I can't find it, man. So anyway, okay, so this is what we don't do then. Because it's got 1 million views, so he might have fucked around and he might have fucked around and copyrighted this shit. So I'm gonna try it to see if, and I'm gonna keep an eye to see if I got fucking taken down or something. Well, I'm not gonna get taken down, but I'm just gonna be put on pause. If it fucks up, it's gonna go on pause for 20 seconds, and maybe 20, 30 seconds, and it'll come back. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it, because like I said, this dude, when I found him on accident, he was nowhere near the 1 million view mark. I stumbled on this shit and found it, and it fell in love with his own this kind of this different type of swagger with it type of shit, What crypto platform? I think Binance. Do you listen to Afro beats? If not, I suggest Burna Boy. Maybe I do Chill Pill. I don't know. I don't even pay attention because I couldn't even tell you what genre this dude is. I don't pay attention to I'm terrible with names. Yo, AD, do you like Indila? Yeah. I was getting ready to say because I got some Hershey on here too. I was getting ready to pronounce the one. Indila is pretty much in my opinion, Indila, however you pronounce her, because I like that. I'm still waiting on part 2 of that one video where something Latet, something like where she's in the video. She's in a subway. Let me see if I can find it. Well, I'll look it up after I try to play this video. And like I said, I'm gonna keep a track on this. I'm gonna keep track on this to make sure I didn't get fucking like copyrighted real quick. I'm not gonna get turned off. I'm just gonna the live stream's just gonna be paused for like maybe 20 seconds to make sure I'm not like, you know, playing it like I did with that Jordan Peterson that one time. But yeah, I'm gonna play this real fast.
Okay, let's see. Let's do let's do this song here.
That was probably super fucking loud. But yeah. Because he had another song like Dance with the Devil or something like that. He had but I think what would happen with an artist like him, I think what would happen with artists like him is like unless you play an accordion or like you reel into like, you know, unless you reel into instruments or or maybe you've actually played an accordion, like you may not get it kind of thing. And I think it kind of flips the other way with violin, right? Because before I learned how to play a violin, which I've completely forgotten, I'm sure by now. But before I learned how to play violin, I loved violin. But then once I learned how to play it, I remember when I was learning how to play violin in college, I remember there was these girls around and they couldn't stand to hear the sound of violin. And they said the reason why they couldn't stand to hear a violin is because it sounds like scratching a chalkboard, right? But while I was learning it, I couldn't hear what they was talking about. And then after time went on, like after I had learned how to play violin, now whenever I hear somebody play violin, unless they have it hooked up to like some speakers with bass or something like that, if they're just playing like just a bare violin, it sounds like scratching on a chalkboard now. It's a weird conversion that happens, right? It's weird how instruments kind of bring out different sides of music to you for whatever reason. So like, yeah, like with him, I had my mom's accordion, tried to play it, couldn't fucking figure it out back then. It's because this side is essentially fucking, it's just a piano on this side, but this side has the fucking, I don't know what it's called, and the fucking, I don't know what it's called, those little buttons, and it's not in any type of like relatable order to like the piano, so you got to remember like every fucking note and every octave, in all the in every, I think it's like 3 octaves if I remember correctly, but. Yeah, like, and then on top of that, it's how you gotta do it. Like, motherfuckers be roasting accordion, but when I see an accordion player, or okay, everybody loves saxophone, but when I see an accordion, because there's out here in Prague, there's always somebody playing some instrument down the street, like what at the mall, right? There's always somebody out there busking, you know, always, and they're always good because they got to audition to do that. They don't let it just anybody do that. And when I see an accordion player, I always tell my girl, look, that's the hardest instrument. Out of anything everybody else has brought down here, that's the hardest instrument to learn how to play, for real. Like, to fully get like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because violin, once you essentially get this part down, and, you know, the rest, it's essentially just a hand guitar type of shit. You know what I mean? But, like, counting all that shit in at the same time, that accordion is much, and to play it well, that accordion is a whole different level than a guitar or, you know, or a violin. You know what I mean? Like, to play that shit well. You say, how much are you willing to invest per year in crypto? Oh man, I don't even fuck with crypto, man. I just don't. Because here's the thing, people. I mean, if somebody wants to send me a donation in crypto, that's cool. But I don't. Here's the thing. I'm not a investing / gambling type of person. I just my dad is one of those types of people. He'll gamble. Now I don't say gamble, but he'll like invest in something to get something out of it, as far as like put money in to buy something and go out and make more money with it type of shit. He's more free with that. I'm not a crypto dude, man. It's not me. Like I said, if somebody decides to send me a donation and puts it in Bitcoin, that's cool, and you know, that's fine. But I'm not gonna go out my way to go put something in there, because it's just not. That's just not how I move in life. It's just not. I just don't. I just don't particularly care for it. So yeah. So this video, because I'm not gonna be on long. It's already 7:53. So this video, first it says 3 feminists versus 1 incel, right? So here's my thing in life, like, whenever you're going to get into any type of an argument with a woman or debate about anything that has to do with women, right? Like I say, just start off the conversation and tell them you're an incel, you know, and just to get that out the way. Because here's the thing, like I say before, women have no sense of approaching anything with genuine logic, right? Their whole thing is to hope they can just get people to like them to just side with them, right? They're never going to approach, or if they do, some of them try with a little bit of logic, but like I say all the time, once you dive in 3 steps into, you know, 2 firmly asked questions, they just fall apart, right? So I would say, okay, yes, I'm a creep, I'm an incel. Now answer this question, blah, 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 right? So this is 3 feminists versus 1 incel. So I'm gonna tell you right now, the 3 feminists are more likely gonna win, because this is how women work in arguments, right? Especially in situations like this. I haven't watched this video at all. If I had to guess, my assumption, if you put 3 women against 1 man, there is no, okay, unless that 1 man is mentally strong and good with words, there's a good chance that he's going to get annihilated. Because, again, when women come into an argument, logic means nothing to women. They just want to feel good, right? Now, some of them may, you know, dig a little bit and found like one actual fact, but it's very loosely based. There's not much depth to it at all, type of shit. If you apply 5 seconds of thought, it'll fall apart, you know. But But why I say in this scenario where there's 3 feminists versus 1 incel, which is going to be a man, okay, as soon as that one woman realizes she's talked herself into a corner or she might sound stupid, the other woman will want to pick her up to help her against the evil man. So they'll just end up kind of like bouncing back and forth off each other to eventually team up. This is how women argue, because again, women they just don't operate on logic, on actual logic, right? On legitimate, hardcore, fact-based logic. They don't care about that. Some of them like to, as a hobby, like to sound cute and appear like they care about it. But, at the end of the day, no. Every woman would agree they would rather feel good instead of have something logical, if it came down to it. More likely, they're just going to talk over them. Just kill yourself. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, just kill yourself. Yeah, they're just going to talk over them. They're gonna. My opinion, they're gonna annihilate them, because again, now if it was 1 woman versus 3 guys, that might break even, like unless one of them was just mentally strong type of shit. But 3 women against 1 man, okay, logic is gonna be very hard to come by. Any evidence that's really gonna be, on average, it's gonna be very difficult to come by. And here's the thing, even if the guy ends up winning, the women will just go back to calling him a big meanie head. Either calling him a big meanie head or oh, well, you can't get a woman, so haha, right? So this is why I tell you guys, whenever you end up in a conversation with women, the only way that women know how to offend a man is based off of his ability to fuck women. That's essentially the whole world's go-to. If you want to go to hurt a guy's feelings or something like that, if you want a go-to method to hurt a guy's feelings, you attack his sexual preferences or sexual abilities. That's how you do it, right? And like I say all the time, everything that women blame men for doing to them, women do it 10 times worse in the world. Because women try to say, well, men are so shallow and all that. No, it's the women who do that. Women do that. So let's start this video. It's 40 minutes. I doubt I'm going to be able to finish this, but we're going to start it.
Right here to my right, I have with me Michael Strider. And Michael is 48, and he worked for the Department of Homeland Security. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And also next to Michael is Alicia Perkins. Mm-hmm. And Alicia is 28. She's an actress, singer, writer, and a DJ. You a DJ?
Yeah.
That's amazing. How did you get into that?
Well, I was dancing in different clubs for a long time and got to know some of the owners. And I wanted to do an oldies night because nowhere else was doing it. So I started, and then after that, I got 3 other clubs after that.
Wow. So you like rock and roll? You really doing it?
Yeah.
Do you party along?
Mm-hmm.
And
Translation. She became something because somebody wanted to fuck her. All right. Next.
next to Alicia, I have Nick Dorado. And Nick is 20 and is a construction worker. Welcome, Nick. And last but not least at all is Clementine.
Hi.
I am Clementine. And Clementine is in her mid-30s. She's an actress and writer.
Correct.
How did you get into that?
Started out with acting, and then the evolution of that, just being the storytellers that you want to create content and have more of a voice.
You like it?
I love it. I love the element of film to connect to audiences.
And so are you married?
No, very single.
Have you been married?
No.
Why not?
It's not a priority for me to be married. I'm still trying to figure out my place in this world and my purpose. And
you old as hell,
I've had
bitch.
a couple of long-term relationships, but I always felt
you old as hell to be you still trying to figure it out. Okay, now if a man had said that, oh God, he'd just be absolutely pathetic. He'd be if he's still trying to figure himself out. She looked like she about 42, 43 something. How old is she? Let's see, how old is she? I can't remember.
And it is Clementine.
Hi.
I am Clementine. And Clementine is in her mid-30s.
Mid-30s. Okay, mid-30s. Okay, translation, she's 40. Okay. So she's 40 years old and still can't figure it out. But women get that benefit. See, when women get the benefit of being, women get the benefit. Okay, at first glance, the man's the one who's weird for that. And the woman is like, oh, she's just an innocent butterfly trying to figure out her way in the world. And she can't figure it out yet. No, bitch, you 40. Grow up. Figure it out.
She's an actress and writer.
Of that, just being the storytellers that you want to create content, the element of film to connect to audiences.
And so are you married?
No, very single.
Have you been married?
No.
Why not?
That's a huge red flag as a woman. Again, dude, that's a huge red flag. When a woman ends up 40 and she's never done anything that established herself with another human, she's never, it's always a red flag among women. The older they get, when it's clear that they've especially never done anything to truly establish themselves with another human, in terms of another human having to see them in uncomfortable scenarios and then still stayed around them. You know, that is a red flag with women, because at the end, because again, woman just sells because she's woman. So she has the easiest thing to sell. And if all the men in her life, let's use Corinne Steffens also, all the men in her life came around her and said, yeah, and left. That's a bad, while she's got the easiest thing on earth to sell. Let me tell you, if she couldn't keep a man as a woman, she wouldn't stand a chance as a man. Let's just be clear. Let's be 1,000% honest about this. For women who are not married, especially by 40, right, or in a long-term relationship or something like that, if they can't keep a man, look, that woman would not stand a chance as a man in the world. Wouldn't stand it, because what gave her at least, opportunities is just because she just stood there and was woman, right? So if you take that buffer in life, and take it away from her, and she now has to fucking go out there and actually operate under the context of motherfuckers don't just want to fuck me first and get to know me second. Oh. For every woman calling a man an incel, I would love to see them try fucking a week as a man, just and watch them genuinely have to perform. Anyway, let's keep this going.
It's not a priority for me to be married. I'm still trying to figure out my place in this world and my purpose. And
at 40,
I've had a couple of long-term relationships, but I always felt like it was holding me back because as the woman and the nurturer, I would make more sacrifices to sort of be a good partner.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Would you try to nurture men?
Would I try to nurture them?
Yeah, you said as a woman and nurturer. Do you nurture men that you date?
I think in a partnership, if you connect with someone, naturally you're going to want to just be loving and be compassionate and provide support.
When you say partner, is it a man or a woman?
Man.
Oh.
I have gone down, I've tried women, it's just not for me.
You have?
Yeah.
You've been with women?
Yeah.
You had sex with them?
Yeah.
That's amazing. What made you decide to do that? I'm stunned right now.
I'm very curious about life, and I'm very curious about just human connection. I don't think that it has to be a male and female thing. I think we are attracted by what we feel from another person, and it's just happened to be a woman a couple of times.
Really? And so you were walking down the road and you just feel horny for a woman?
No, it wasn't like that. I think when you're coming from a deeper place in yourself and you connect with someone and it's authentic, it is what it is.
Which is easier to be with, a man or a woman?
Definitely a man.
And why?
Well, I think women are a lot of work. I just like the dynamic of the male and the female energy together. Where I am in my life now, it's what I enjoy more.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear
that. Yeah. Yep.
And Michael.
Yes, sir.
No, not Michael, but that one.
Nick. Yeah.
So Nick, you married?
No, I'm single.
Ever been married?
No.
Ever dated?
No.
You never dated?
Well, he's 20.
You want to date?
At the moment, no.
Yes, he does.
Why not?
I plan on moving within a few months, and I'm not really into relationships that I know aren't going to lead anywhere.
And take her with you.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Have you ever tried to date? Are you an incel?
Yes.
You an incel?
He's 20.
Yes.
He's 20. He's gonna have a hard look. He's gonna have problems keeping a woman because they'll women see him as a boy, as a child, because he's 20. You see, and that's another benefit of woman. You see, when a woman's 19, 20, she's prime fucking meat breeding material. But when a guy's 20, he's still a child. He's gonna be an incel. Now he doesn't want to admit it, but okay. If a bitch came up to him and was acting decent and all that shit and wanted to be with him, he would be with her. He would go with her, right? But when you 20, that's hard to come by when you 20. You know what I mean, especially in modern times. Yeah, he's gonna be he's gonna be an incel, right? He's 20. He's going to be shy, goofy. He's not going to know how to lead a woman yet. He's not going to know how to lead himself yet. He's 20. It's just part of the growth process. But he'll be all right later on. But right now, so he's the incel.
That's amazing. That's a waste of time.
Waste of time? What do you mean by that?
Tell the people, you know what an incel is?
No, what's that?
Do you know what it is? Do you know, Michael?
I do not.
Oh, tell them what an incel is.
Incel is short for involuntary celibate. Basically, guys who are not succeeding with relationships, but they want them. So I guess technically, since I'm not looking at the moment, I wouldn't be one.
Right.
But it's a community of people on the internet that
So you're hiding behind technology already, which is disconnecting you from engaging with people in person, which is how a connection really is formed.
Yep. Now, hey, I give her credit. That's what I say. That's what I say about this online dating shit and all that. That's exactly what. So I give her. Let's hear that back. That was a great point she brought up. Yeah, you're hiding, and this is what I tell men. Yeah, that online dating shit. See, women don't respect that shit, dude. Because that online dating, being online, ultimately, like, especially when it comes time to fuck pussy, that online shit is hiding behind something, and women know that shit. You know what I mean? But they never gonna say it about other women, but they'll say it about men, because men are supposed to be the ones that are like, I'm gonna go take what's mine or get what I want in the world type of shit. But because women are cowards, so she'll never say the same thing about women. But they'll tear a man down all day for doing it, because again, it's the man's job to go out there and get scars and war wounds to go, figure out life. Whereas a woman is valuable, literally just sitting in her mom's basement at 30, and as long as she has a nice ass and she's kind of cute, motherfuckers will come by and pick her up. Whereas a man, he doesn't get that same privilege,
Engaging with people in person, which is how a connection really is formed.
Yep, I agree with her.
No.
No?
Incels are people guys that aren't getting sex or relationships who communicate with each other.
Do you spend a lot of time communicating with each other?
How did you find out about that group?
Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
How did I find out?
Roast him for that.
It's just
Yeah, see, they gonna roast him for that.
it's kind of a popular community that a lot of buzz is going on due to media attention, because they like to blow out of proportion a few incels that went crazy and have committed some attacks.
So an incel is a man who can't get sex, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So you tried and you couldn't get it?
I haven't tried that much, but
Well, how you know you can't get it?
Exactly.
Yeah, you could get
it
it.
doesn't necessarily
Of course
mean
you can.
can't.
You just don't need it right now. You don't really
You
want it at this
choose to
particular
Right.
time.
abstain.
That's
You
understood.
choose to-
I understand
Well,
that.
I'm a virgin and I'm 28.
You're a virgin?
I'm Christian. I'm choosing to wait till marriage, and
good.
I've had 2 serious relationships, and neither of them have ever had an issue with it. And my
Did-
current boyfriend, well, he's now just Protestant, but he grew up Mormon, and
Right
he
on.
totally respects that, and we have a great relationship. So not everyone.
Did they
is
try to
looking
have
for
sex
that.
with you at any point?
Oh, there's different ones that have tried, but I don't let.
She was dancing. This is coming from the girl who danced on stage to get her promotion into being a DJ, because she used to dance on stage. I don't think she's a virgin. I don't buy that shit for a second.
You just say no.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, I personally, I was telling them also, I work as a freelance dating and relationship coach, and I'm not, whatever the person my client is, help them with whatever their situation is. But I personally tell people, until you kind of like know whether you really like are interested in this person or like them, there's nothing wrong with like waiting at least a month to see if it's
Have
worthy
you
of
decided to
that.
wait until you get...
So she's a virgin. She states she's a virgin, but she's a relationship coach. Again, women give awful advice when it comes to actually getting something done in the world. Never listen to women's advice. And two, I highly doubt she's a virgin. In reality, she's sneaking off in the woods, fucking dudes in the back of Zuzus and shit, and then trying to walk around with this fucking act. I don't believe it for a second. But let's say she is a virgin. Well, you know, most couples are having sex, so why are they coming to you for help? Because that opens up a whole new world in relationships. So you're either not a good dating coach or you're lying about being a virgin. One of the two.
Married?
Oh, I have. Yeah, I knew that
good.
since I was like a little girl, that's what I want to do. And I was the only one in my family that chose to do that, but that was what was right for me. So that's what I'm doing.
Amazing. But an incel person, a guy, because women are not incels, right?
No, there's no such thing as femcels.
So an
No.
incel for you guys is a male who can't get sex, right?
I think
I
anyone
think
can
that you
get
can't.
sex.
I don't really agree with that definition because
Well, tell us exactly what it is.
they're not getting it, I would say.
Are they
It doesn't-
trying to get it?
Yeah.
But they can't get it.
It's not that they can't. I think their approach is wrong. Or they're doing something wrong.
Your approach has been wrong at the time that you tried. Was it a wrong approach?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, I did cold approaches, which...
Cold approach? What do you
Yeah.
like?
Cold approaches is just going up to a random person and...
That's not how it's done,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I know.
The fact that
Oh,
you're
it can be done like that. See, again, don't listen. See, no, it can be done. It can totally be done. Okay. Okay. Again, women's advice, just don't women just want to feel good and feel like they actually have some value in the world, so they'll say anything. Okay. It can be done.
you're aware of this, I almost feel like it's an excuse. It's
How
a
is it
shield
done?
for something else that
You
is
said, how is it
far
done?
Yeah.
more deeper than that.
So you literally think you can just walk over to a woman and say, hey, I'd like to have sex with you.
No, you don't do it for sex. You do it for a relationship. I'm not...
Well, what would you say when you walked up to them
Why don't
cold?
you just ask someone for like coffee or something first before you start thinking 5 steps ahead? Like,
Oh, no, I never...
Because the reason why he's thinking like that is the whole reason why you're excelling in life as a woman is because men think like that. Okay, look, with the incel thing, my opinion on the incel thing, I talked about this before, man. When it comes to women have no fucking clue on this shit. So again, take everything you hear a woman say with a grain of fucking salt, because women have, okay, in this context of going out to get sex, it would be like a lion taking advice from a chihuahua on how to hunt to get its food. That chihuahua ain't hunted for a day in his life. He can't hunt, all right? That chihuahua sits around and waits for that food to get put in that dog bowl at the end of the night, all right? That chihuahua ain't going out there hunting for nothing because he can't kill nothing, all right? As a man, in this context, as a man, you are a lion, right? And a woman, in this context of going out and finding sex, a woman is literally a fucking chihuahua. She's a fucking house dog. She's what do you call them? Cocker spaniel, whatever. What's the little small dogs? Women, I wouldn't even say a woman is a fucking. I wouldn't even call her a woman a dog. I would call a woman a fucking hamster, dude. Like, women are fucking hamsters. It would be like a lion coming to a fucking hamster and ask, how do I hunt for deer? Maybe I should take advice from you, hamster. How do I? Because bitches don't have to hunt. All they got to do is sit around and wait for somebody to just give them something and approach them. But as a lion, you got to go out there and actually go hunt for some, because ain't nobody coming up to no lion. Well, unless they live in a zoo or some shit like that. When you talking about like out where lions live and shit, ain't nobody just walking up the lions with a fucking steak. Say, here you go, bro. I'll be back when you get hungry again. Okay, bye. And then come back, and motherfuckers ain't doing that. Lion will fuck around and go out there and die, or in this context, become an incel, right? So, so again, when it comes to this, look, women have no clue because they're literally hamsters in this context of the animal kingdom. Okay, they're fucking just oblivious and dumb as fuck. They just don't get it. And you can't explain it to them because they have, like a hamster, they have that entitlement by whatever wants them to just come and buy them and pick them up and put them next to food and push them to the food and give. And then they start talking about, well, I don't like this food. They still got the attitude after it. This is oppression. I don't like it because now you're making me eat the food. I don't even want to eat that much. I'm oppressed. Then we got our hamsterism. We have our own feminism, hamsterism, to go fight this shit. And then meanwhile, lion got to go out there and go hunt their food and figure it out and get fucked up and get the scars and war wounds from life. And then the hamsters come up and try to, talk bad about the lions because they fucking up in hunting. It's fucking pathetic. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, the whole, again, women give awful advice because they're handed shit just because they're women. I was thinking about this earlier today because The Last of Us just came out with a new game, and I was thinking about how they based that little girl in the game, The Last of Us. They based her off Ellen Page, right? And Ellen Page didn't realize how much she was getting away with because at the end of the day, she was just, a relatively fuckable, relatively attractive, cute little girl, right? And she didn't realize how much extra push she was getting out of her career just because of that fact. That she done chopped her tits off and cut her hair off. Hey, I think she's still doing that one show just because she was already doing it before, but she can get a wake up call when bitches do that and they lose that extra oomph but in their career by being a woman, and they gotta get hit with any sense of reality of what men just live with every day. They think real, wait a minute, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I had a better life as a woman in the Western world, I'd say.
Never did that. I'm not talking about sex.
These days,
No, but
every
relationship, using our
every
word.
beautiful girl, every girl that walks around is so hammered everywhere they go by
that's
guys.
true.
So
Yeah.
you have to really get to know them, and
Yeah.
you can't just jump right in for sure.
Are you
That's
afraid
why
of-
it's not working.
Well,
for
what
sure,
did you say when you approached it?
I don't want to get into it.
Are you
Fascinating.
shy?
So where I was gonna go next is with the incel thing, how that shit. Okay, when I went through my phases of that, when I was 19, 20, every guy's gonna go through everybody's gonna go through a cold spell. But when I went through it, how I remember it happening was see, okay, like I stated before, women do not approach, women create nothing. Woman's job is to sit down, dress up a little cute, and wait for people to come buy her. Okay. So as a man, you are the buyer, right? Woman is essentially the fucking product to go out and hunt, to go buy, right? Like you go to Kroger's, like lions go hunt the deer out to go eat whatever the fuck they eat, whatever lions eat, right? So, but what in the reality of what happens, and again, women do not listen to women because women have no awareness outside of their own fucking head in 5 minutes in front of their face. Okay, so as a guy, when you go out and you talk to a woman, right? And depending on that woman's attitude, she may turn you down. And first time you're like, oh, okay, I got shot down, it hurt. It hurts. And then let's say you go out and try again. You get shot down. Oh, it hurts. Because again, no woman's coming up to you. Majority of the time, you have to go up to the woman. And then you got to be charismatic and come up with all this shit. And the bitch's job is essentially to sit there and smile and go, right? So as a man, you go out there, you have to keep approaching women. Because again, women are fucking cowards in the world. They don't create anything. They don't build anything. They sit around and wait, right? Even when it comes to actually getting fucked, they just sit there and get fucked, right? So you go out there and time again, you approach, and let's say you on a bad streak, bad luck, or maybe something about you, your hygiene's fucked up, whatever, what have you. You get rejected, and it's going to start working at you, right? So what happens when it starts to work at you? You start getting a little bitter, a little cold, a little creepier, to the point where you just end up this lonely, angry creep about it, right? Because again, as a man, you had to go out there and actually attempt to build and create something, right? And see, this is the part that women just don't know of, they're not aware of, because they're dumb as fuck. Then they don't even care to know, because all they care about is what is 5 minutes in front of her own face, and does she look cute in these boots? That's all she cares about. So that is how the incel shit happens, But and the weird part is, women don't go through that until they start hitting 40 in the world. And even then, it's not a realistic experience because like I've always said, it's impossible for a woman to be a true incel because all a woman has to do to get sex is just walk down the street and literally any woman can just walk down the street with a sign that says fuck me and I don't care how ugly she is, somebody gonna fuck her. All right, all a woman has to do is just walk down the street, literally just like with the word fuck me written on her forehead, and somebody will go over there and holler at her and she gonna get sex. It's impossible for a woman to be an incel. It's impossible. It's impossible. I don't care how ugly she is. So when women try this whole, like, you know, trying to figure out these dumb bitches up here, they trying to figure out the they trying to be the incel whisperer type of shit. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, no, don't listen to these bitches because they stupid. They don't know nothing. All they know is sitting around waiting to get fucked. They don't know nothing. They don't know how to approach. Okay, what would a woman do in the world if she couldn't operate off of that privilege of knowing that guys will eventually just get horny and want to fuck them, and that be her bread and butter? What would women do if they didn't have that? What would they really do to survive in the world? To keep any conversation going? How many women do you know can genuinely keep a conversation going about anything? How many? Ask yourself that. How many women do you really know on earth who you let them go by themselves and they can go and genuinely keep a conversation going that does not revolve around fucking? Who they fucked, who wants to fuck them, why they creep because they want to fuck them, why they creep because they fuck their cousin, aunt, whatever the fuck. How many women can keep a genuine conversation going any longer than 3 minutes and it have nothing to do with sex? They're just chilling. Just hanging out. Not many. So, AustriaDick, thank you for breaking down the reality of women not to get mad. Just maximize. Yeah, don't get again. Thanks for commenting, David. Again, my point is don't get mad at women. You have to just realize the total reality. Like, they're dumb as fuck, dude, and they're dumb as fuck. But they're so desperate to want to feel like they have value outside of fucking, because like a part of them knows it's really pathetic, but also they can't give up that privilege. So it's like, so like it always kind of creeps in where they want to attempt to be intelligent, but they're just like, when you really break down essentially any issue you have with a woman, like they're just gonna be dumb as fuck. Dumb as fuck, and they're never going to be a great source of information as far as surviving in the world, and more cases than not. I've met some. I just met one about a week ago, who was genuinely impressive. At least from the conversation I had, I look forward to talking to her again. Yeah, but more times than not, you're not. No. Now these bitches up here trying to be the incel whisperer. So like I said, these bitches up here, these are literally hamsters trying to ask a lion, well, how did you walk up to the antelope? What did you do? Did you put on some deodorant before you tried to sneak up on an antelope? Maybe that's why I ran away. Like, the hamster don't know nothing about hunting, so don't listen to a fucking hamster. These in the animal kingdom, when it comes to getting sex, in the animal kingdom, women are literally fucking hamsters, dude, and men are lions.
Women.
That's a yes.
I would say I am introverted, definitely.
Oh, so I mean, you're the problem, not the women.
I'm not. Just because I am the problem doesn't mean there aren't societal problems that need to change.
Right, but you're the problem. You can't get a woman. Right?
In my case, I'm not even trying.
Well, he's also only 20.
Trying.
He's 20 years old,
yeah,
and he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, you don't need a woman. You're too young. Right?
How old are you?
Yeah, see, he don't need a woman. He's too young. But a 20-year-old woman can fuck a 38-year-old man and be perfectly fine. You see, it's that woman benefit. And I won't say it's really society that's doing it. It's just woman. This is just the natural progression through life. Look, okay, because when that incel ends up the same age as the woman to his left, oh, he'll be out of her league. And the woman on his left would die to get to be able to fuck a dude like him. Give it 10 years. I say 10 to 15 years. The woman on his left would do anything to hook up with a dude like him. That's just, it's the progression. And she's going to be, women become self-induced incels. Men become actual incels. And men become actual incels. Like, it's just like men just, well, somebody stated like you can always just pay for sex. That's true, but I think in this context of what they're trying to tackle, it's like going out in the world and just talking to people on that level type of shit, and like indirect, because all women are hookers. It's just that indirect payment of prostitution type of shit, but. It's just that natural progression. The one on his left, she's coming, like, she's luckily holding it together. She's 40, but she's physically look like she's not, too terrible, but she's diving down. She's going down. Whereas he's slowly going up, but it's a slow burn, but like Western movies. He's going up, but it's slow, his value's going up. As long as he, keeps himself together and all that. And even if he don't keep himself together, just wisdom from age is going to be enough for him. But, yeah.
Where are you again?
20.
Right.
Don't worry about it at this point, too.
And so, Alicia, you've never been married, but you've dated.
Yeah.
And why didn't they last?
Oh, well, this is only my second, boyfriend that I have right now. So, I mean...
You have a boyfriend right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and we've been dating 10 months, but we plan to get married. I mean, we were pretty great matches.
Oh, how did you meet him?
I met him in different ways, actually. We went to the same, 80s club a lot, and then also he was my hairstylist. He cut my hair, so we but I was in a relationship at the time when, we were dating, and then that prior relationship was a really bad one, and then it kind of after that.
Real quick, A1 games, I would just say don't do it. Approaching a girl at work, I would say don't do it. I would say it's not worth it, to be honest with you, man.
Ended, me and him got together.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And Michael, you've been married before?
Yes, sir.
And how many times?
Just once.
And how long did it last?
We were together for 6 years, married for 4 years.
Oh, you lived with her beforehand?
For 2 years, yes, sir.
Really? Why did you live together? You had sex with her too before marriage?
Yes, sir.
And why did you live with her and have sex with her before marriage? Because why?
I grew up in a Baptist church, so I knew that was wrong. And my mom told me that it was wrong too. So she reminded me of it.
So why did you do it?
I would say that I succumbed to those feelings, I guess. I
Why?
just wanted to. It just
Do you
felt like the right thing for me to do.
Do you think if you had done it the right way, you'd still be with her?
What's the right way?
Yes, I think that if I'd done it a different way, yes.
Tell her what the right way is.
What's the right
Well,
way?
I mean, I think
Clementine.
that relationship was based on me being a caregiver. And at the time, I was younger.
caregiver?
Yeah, she was
What's
epileptic.
A man not caregiver.
I know it. And at that time, I didn't know the difference between that and actual love. And I thought I was in love with this girl.
Really?
And it was built on a bad foundation. And
Clementine want to know what's the right way.
I don't
Right?
know. I think it's maybe the right way is different for everybody, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's
Like
why I'm
You want to
she's
know
saying
what do you
that
mean
the
by
right
the
way.
right way.
I think that the way that
But you
Alicia
want
is
to know
doing
what
it.
you mean by the right way,
Well,
right?
I want to know what you mean by the right way too. You were
All right,
asking.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Good question.
The right way would have been for me to have paid more attention to my feelings and understood how I felt and that I did not love this girl. And she didn't love me either. So it was doomed from the start. To me, it was. And, I learned a lot from that relationship. And I have no bad feelings towards her.
What have you learned from dating or being married and not doing it the right way? What have you learned?
I learned that I need to step back and look at myself and before I try to do that again. I need to know the person better. And I need to know myself more. Because I don't put it on her. She had an affair and she got pregnant. But still.
Why she was married to you?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. That's amazing. Isn't that amazing?
But I look at it as I didn't get upset when she told me about it. I didn't get upset with her. I looked at it as what is it that I did that pushed her away. Obviously, I can't take responsibility for what she did, but I have to take responsibility for my part in.
What did you do wrong that would make her cause her to go out and have sex with another man and get pregnant while being married to you?
Okay, so the fact that it wasn't real love in the beginning,
Between
the
both of you or
attraction
just you?
between the two of us. I mean, she felt the same way. The attraction wasn't the way that it should be. I mean, if you had seen it, you'd been like, seriously, this is kind of an odd couple. And so therefore, I would go hang out with my buddies. And I had a man cave at the time. This is years ago. I would go in the man cave during the day or whatever when she was at home. And so, I mean, I didn't pay her attention. And that's what I did to cause that.
Michael said,
No. Okay. Step one. No, see, and men have to get off of this whole, oh, it was me, I destroyed my chance at love. Men got to get off that shit. First and foremost, men, I mean, okay, if it was like legit, but like, no. Homie is dead wrong from the fuck. Okay, let me tell you something. That woman knew what that was, but long before he did. She was sitting by using him as essentially a free caregiver. That's what that was. And it just kind of maybe grew a little out of control with getting married. Again, let me tell you, when it comes that relation shit like that, that woman knew why he was there, for what reason he was there, and all that. So the fact that he went off to his man cave and that was the first time she got caught fucking another dude. And what happened to the epilepsy? Was the other dude being her caregiver? Wow. Did that shit disappear? I doubt it. If he was her caregiver. Let me guess, the epilepsy, because she was cured when she went to go suck cock and then came back. Let me tell you, that woman knew it didn't take her long to figure that reality. Now, he probably figured it out later and then ended up blaming him. Oh, I shouldn't have. That woman knew long before. She sat down with her girlfriends and chats and went out to bars, whatever the fuck. Probably while he was sitting in the other room, making sure she didn't fall out or something like that. That woman knew. When it comes to shit like that, when it comes to that of why you as a man, why you there type of shit. When it comes to that woman knows why, the whole reason why you approached her and why you talked to her. You want to fuck her. And maybe if you could trick yourself into falling in love, that woman knows. Here's the thing. Everyone, when actually faced in reality with situations like interpersonal communications and love like that, women know women can pretty much feel out, I say, from the first day to, I'd say, the first month. They can figure out which men in there are going to be either the chaser or the chasee. Meaning the person who's doing the chasing or she's going to do the chasing. She knows. All right, you got to, and even then it can flip, but it's not very likely it can flip. But when women walk in, when a woman's dealing with you, she knows where. Okay, perfect example: Russell Wilson and Ciara. Ciara, she looked at Russell Wilson and knew that if anybody was going to leave, it's going to be her in that relationship. She looked at that motherfucker and knew it. Heard him talk for about 15 minutes and sniffed him out. Yep. Got him. Again, when it comes to that shit, see, but guys are like, oh, I messed up, because he got to watching too many fucking movies and media and shit. Oh, I let her go. It's living in the bottle of your glass, hoping someday you'll make a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love it when you let her go. That old faggot shit. It's a good song, but it's faggot shit. Bitches know it. It's a good song. I ain't gonna act like I don't like the song. I like the song. It's a good song. Don't get me wrong. But it's faggot shit, right? When it comes to, and bitches know it. Bitches know, yeah, that's faggot shit. They'll say if you get a woman behind closed doors for real, and get her to give her opinion on it and shit, and that motherfucker saying it, yeah, that's faggot shit. She'll say it. And no offense to gay motherfuckers, but it's faggot shit. A man sitting up, oh, it was my fault. Did I do it? I missed my chance at love. Oh God, I missed my chance. Man, no, guys got to get off that. That shit sells records, man. That's that R&B shit. That's why so many men are fucked up after the 90s. Because that R&B was just playing nonstop, and men want to, feel like that because they like the beat and shit. You know what I mean? Like, they like the beat. All that, all that. Men like the beat, so now they want to be that. And that's why all these men walk around fucked up now. Oh, I missed my chance at love. It was my fault. I should have been. I missed my chance at love. Fuck out of here. Again, like it's like I said, think about it. That woman knew all this long before he knew. She was just on board to get a free, a free protector at the point. And she was going out sucking and fucking other cocks the whole time, dude. That was just the one time she got busted. All right.
And he was a caregiver in the relationship. Do you want a caregiver man?
No, nobody wants that.
I don't.
What is a caregiver?
I think he means it in a different sense because she was epileptic. So, right?
Oh,
Right. I just felt like.
Well, she was epileptic. She was epileptic. If I'm saying that right, she was epileptic until it came time to take a load of nut in her cunt. I might fall out. Wait, Dan, are you there? Oh, well, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And they ain't give a fuck. That bitch ain't give a fuck about being epileptic when it came time to take cum. What happened to that then? You supposed to be fucked up. You out here, you might pass out any time, but she put it all on the line to go out and get some random cock. So whose fault is that really? Think about that. Apply some thought to that, bruh. It's not, you got to get off that whole, I should have been the bigger man and been done the fighting and protecting and all this shit. No. What happened to that epilepsy when it was time for her to go gargle down some sperm? Oh, she ain't no mention of that shit. I wonder if the other dude knew it. If she even had it. Does she even have it? Do we even know she really has it? Was it a lie just to get you to take care of her? We don't even know. See, this is the shit that bitches will pull on you. Again, like I say it all the time, look with my girl. Like, look, my girl never gave me an idea that she may cheat on me, but I know women. You see what I'm saying? My girl never gave me the idea that there has never been one time where I was like, uh-oh, that don't sound right. If anything, like I be trying to get away from her. Like, stop calling me so much. If anything, but you know what I'm saying? But on the back end, when it came time for baby Kratos to come out, like, I know women. And this is just how women are, dude. If you give them a fucking inch, they gonna take a mile. You have to stay on. Women are like children. You cannot just hope for them to do morally correct shit. You cannot sit back and just hope for that shit. If anything, expect the worst, right? When it comes time to think about it, just expect the dumbest shit you would do as a man, and think 3 steps lower, and then that's where a woman's mind is going to be. A child, yeah.
Like, that was, you had a handicapped wife?
Yeah. Well, she was epileptic. She had seizures while she slept.
Oh, that what you meant by caregiver?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I see.
And I just wanted to take care of her.
Like a woman serving a man.
Oh no, I just wanted. I felt like I needed, somebody needed to take care of her.
Oh, I see.
I felt like I was the one,
right.
which was a very bad decision.
What do you look for in a woman?
What do I look for?
What do you want from them?
I don't have very high expectations.
You 20. You don't care. You're 20.
I'm aware that a lot of
You just want a
women
partner.
today sleep around a lot, and I'm aware of what the problems of that are. They don't make for stable wives, So few sexual partners, somebody that I can, basically all I want is that I'm able to tolerate being around them. I'm not.
Ain't that what I always say? Like, ain't that what I let off with? He just wants somebody to just be there. And that's in the reality, that's all men really want. Is because men actually operate off, morals and character, you know what I'm saying, for humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are the selfish, shallow ones, dude. Like, when he started talking, that's exactly what I said. He just wants somebody to just be there. That's all men really want. I mean, of course, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman or whatever the fuck to look at. But at the end of the day, look, like I say all the time, men, we just be there. Just sit with me on a bench. You ain't even got to talk. Just exist. Like Patrice O'Neal said, just go sleep in a vent or something, but just be there, just be around, right? Women are the shallow ones, dude. It's the women who are shallow and fucked up and just flat out stupid when it comes to this shit. They're the ones who are just overly picky and ridiculous and just cunty and snobby just because they're just cunts and snobs. They're the ones doing this shit. It's not the men, all right? Again, most men, if you line women up, of course they're going to pick the prettier one. But at the end of the day, most men can let that shit go.
Not expecting to have tons of fun. I'm not looking for a friend.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you like women?
I don't know.
So then, I mean, if you don't like women, then don't think that you have to be with one just because that's what's expected. Mm-hmm.
No, he wants. So look, yeah. See, and they get ready to jump on him because he's a 20-year-old guy. He's not good with words because he's 20. They get ready to jump on it. This has nothing to do with him liking or not liking women. He already stated he liked women, but he's not having success with them and all that. We already made that clear a long time ago. But see, this is how women argue. They always try to go. Or feminine men. They always go to this extreme, like you must hate XYZ, because women don't know how to just be normal. And just say, I like this, I don't like this, I like this. They don't know how to, they have to go this extreme. This, if I had to guess, this is where the manipulation is going to start to turn him into this creepy, fucked up dude. This is, if I had to guess, this is how, especially with old reject bitches like her, this is how it's going to start.
By society, if you don't like women, I don't think a woman's going to want to be with you knowing that you don't really like her.
He never said he never liked women. Did he ever say anything that led this man has said nothing that would lead me to believe that he doesn't like women? There has been nothing throughout the first 15 minutes and this has been, just straight through with no cuts on their side of it. As a logical thinking human who's not trying to manipulate a situation, there has been nothing that he said that led me to believe that he doesn't like women. No, there has not been one thing.
But you're tolerating her. I mean, these are very strong words that you're using.
Keep in mind, I tolerated the relationship that I was in, and I've done that a few times in life too, so don't do that.
Don't do it because you think it's expected of you.
Why don't you like
happy
women?
and that she's happy too.
You've never had like a crush on a girl in high school or something like that?
I'm not going to say I like or dislike.
Why don't you like them?
I don't have much experience with them.
He's never said anything along the lines of he didn't like. Motherfucker, who was this motherfucker in the video? The dude in the fucking chair. He never said anything. The fallen state. I wouldn't mind going on his show. He never said anything about not liking women. Unless I missed something. Did I miss him? There was nothing out of his see, this is how bitches and feminine men this is how bitches and feminine men do. And you have to watch them because they'll do shit like this. That 20-year-old incel guy said there was nothing to infer that he does not like women. That came up because cunt on the left tried to infer it out of her own fucking personal anger because he's up and coming and she's old as fuck and she's mad about it. And get this. She's mad because he verbally stated that he does not want a woman who slept around and had multiple partners. Guess which woman verbally said that she slept around and had multiple partners? Ding, 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 ding. Her. The woman on the left. See, this is how stupid bitches argue. And you have to watch bitches. You see, the bitch on the left is mad because he flat out said he doesn't want to fuck whores. But the woman on the left, before this started, she said, well, I was a whore. So now she's mad at him. She's not going to say it, but she's mad at him because of that. Because, again, there was no reason to even... there was no reason. I guarantee I have more education in this field than she does. There was nothing, absolutely nothing to infer that he does not like women. But this is what bitches do. They throw out shit and hope somebody catches it. And ain't that what I said earlier? Either with women or feminized men. Or I say in this case, the interviewer pretty much has to be feminized to keep the interview going, to keep drama going type of shit. That's bitch shit, and he has to do it. I get that. So I don't know him personally, but that was some bitch shit what he just did, right? To try to keep the drama going. Now, I'm not saying he is a feminine dude, but that was some bitch shit he just did, right? But did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that?
I was in, and I've done that a few times in life too. So don't do that.
Don't do it because you think it's expected of you.
Are
Why don't you like
happy
women?
and that she's happy too.
You've never had like a crush on a girl in high school or something?
Yep. See, this is how women argue. Let's rewind that shit. This is what women do, and that's what I said when I started this. When I started this live stream, that's exactly what I told you what would happen. This is how women argue. They find anything to try to attack the man's sexual preference or sexual, whatever his perspective is on women. They will find literally anything and just throw it out there. She would have said he liked to fuck little kids now, and there was nothing to infer that. But all she has to do is say it and throw it out there and wait for another bitch-made man or another woman to just stake it and run with it. And that way they off to the races now to just jump on him. And you have to catch them and correct them when it happens. There's absolutely nothing about what he said that inferred that he did not like women. Why doesn't he like women and all? Nothing, not one thing. That was bitches manipulating the argument to lead it down a whole nother path so they can just comfortably win and jump on the man. That's all it was.
If you don't like women,
Because guess what? The man who tried to be a caregiver for his wife and the wife ran off and cheated, they're not focused on him. They ain't focused on him one bit. You notice how as soon as she brought this up, they left him alone. And they pounced on his ass because he's an easy win. He's 20. He's young. He's inexperienced. And then he pretty much flat out said, I don't like whores, when a woman on the left of him just verbally admitted that she's a fucking whore. They get ready to pounce on him.
then yeah,
Look.
then like
Expecting to have
Can I ask
tons
you
of
a question?
fun.
So here we go. Can I ask you a question? See, this is how bitches argue. Watch this shit.
Looking for a
Wait,
friend.
can I ask you a question? Do you like women?
This is how bitches...
I don't know.
So then, I mean, if you don't like women, then
If you don't like... See... you gotta love bitches. This is why I love bitches, because they're so... I learned so much about how to be a shitty person if I want to be by watching how bitches just maneuver. Isn't it beautiful? It's beauty in them being idiots and being just horrible humans. There's a certain beauty to it. It's a finesse and beauty, how they just effortlessly can be cunts with appearing to not even try. She goes, well, do you like women? Well, if you don't like women, where did that even come from? Again, isn't it just, it's just, I just love it. It's so amazing. Before you know it, you're 10,000 leagues under the sea trying to figure out what happened. If you don't know how to catch it. Where did that come from? Like, that is truly amazing how she pulled that out of her ass to get back at him for calling her out for being a whore. That's in dumb bitchinese, that's what happened. She's getting back at him for calling her a whore.
then, I mean, if you don't like women, then yeah, don't think that you have to be with one just because that's what's expected by
He never stated he didn't like women. You said that, bitch. He never said that.
society. If you don't like women, I don't think a woman's going to want to be with you knowing that you don't really like her.
Bitch, he never said he didn't like women. He's trying to get women and he can't get women. He's an incel. So where did you get he don't like women from, you fucking idiot? It's unbelievable how dumb they are, but yet how manipulative they can be. And see, situations like this is how men just all of a sudden find themselves under just like like 1,000 pounds of rubble and everybody's just on top of them and they don't know how it happened. They end up, next thing you know, they in court and all this shit. They're like, well, I don't know. I was just going to work and doing my job. Now I'm a rapist. Like, I don't even know how this shit happened. See, because it's these little things. It's these little things. I love it. I love it.
But you're tolerating her. I mean, these are very strong words that you're using.
Keep in mind, I tolerated the relationship that I was in, and I've done that a few times in life.
See, they like him because he came, well, I've accepted my fault with women and women are better and I'm the worst. Yeah, they like him now. They like him. See, that the 20-year-old, he got some standards. Even if he's an incel, he got some standards. They gonna pounce on him because they know he can't fight them off. That's why. They just them bitches, they know he can't fight them off.
Life too, so don't do that.
Don't do it because you think it's expected of you.
Why don't you like
happy
women?
and that she's happy too.
You've never had like a crush on a girl in high school?
This is how they do. This is how bitches do.
I'm not gonna say I like or dislike. I just
Why don't you like them?
I don't have much experience with them.
Well, what is it that you don't like about them?
He never, motherfucker, the fallen state, he never said he didn't like bitches. Everybody in that interview, he never said that. The bitch on the whore on the left inferred it because she's mad because he don't like whores. So she started that whole. So the rest of this interview, I would guarantee you, the rest of this interview is going to be based off of what whore on the left inferred. Because she's mad because she's a 40-year-old whore who can't keep a man. That's what all this shit comes back to.
Well, you just said you don't want a woman that has sex with other partners, other men. What is it that you like about them? What you don't like about women?
I don't think they're as...
See, so how he's answering this, see, you see her on the left? See her over there smiling? You see, y'all catch that? She over there smiling?
Intelligent.
You see that? See, this is what bitches do. You see her over there she having fun now because see, the way he answered that. See, now this is how women, you have to understand how women are in the world. Okay, so I'm going to break this next sentence down right here. And the exact reason why she's over there smiling. I'm going to break this down right here. The exact reason why she's over there smiling.
What is it that you like about them? What you don't like about women?
I don't think they're as...
The reason why she's smiling is because she got him to trick this 20-year-old guy to confirm that he doesn't like women, which was based off just complete bullshit from her. That's why she's over there smiling right now. Because he didn't say I didn't like women. If he had answered back and said, I never said that, she said that, I never said that, she would be over there smiling. See, that's a smile of satisfaction because the old used up whore got something over on him and it ended up sticking. This is what women will do to you. You see this? The fact that he says, well, what do you not like about women? And then he just goes on to talk. See, that confirmed it in manipulation land that, oh, he hates women now. It's not the one on the right. She's all ears now to add in her 2 cents. And the one on the left is going to ride off in the distance. This is how it works, dude.
Intelligent or as... I don't think the bond that you have with the women needs to be like a friendship or anything. I think we need to have strong male bonds, and women are just there, to produce the kids, to take care of the home.
Yeah. How's your relationship?
Can I hide behind you in a second? You can let me hide behind you.
Amazing. And so it's hard to find women that is willing to just be home and have babies and take care of them?
Well, that definitely. Most women have been convinced that it's much more fulfilling to go and get some human resources job or go to college for 4+ years and just most women don't want to be mothers.
I'm pretty sure I have a higher IQ than you. I graduated with honors from UC Berkeley.
Sure you did.
So it's pretty insulting for you to say that you don't think women are intelligent because that's ridiculous.
Would you marry a woman with that went to Berkeley and has a degree?
Probably not.
And why not?
It'd be too competitive for him.
Yeah, I would.
Well, no. Okay, yeah. You see, now they're just pouncing on a 20-year-old kid. Put me in the fucking room with them. Like, I would love to go in that room and talk to them. I would love to sit down in that room and let loose on them. I would love that because they pouncing on a 20-year-old kid. And the older dude, like, he knows it too. But he's also kind of getting off on being on the positive side of women type of shit because he fucked up with because this bitch went off and cheated on him. You know what I'm saying? It's that shit. But they pouncing on a 20-year-old kid. Now, okay, now if you had flipped this, right, and you put and it was two, okay, if let's say you flip this interview, right? And you put a 20-year-old girl in a room, and there's a 28-year-old man and a 40-year-old man sitting up pouncing on her about this shit. Motherfuckers be talking about something, oh, they jumping and bullying on her, and blah, 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 and she needs protection, and she must be innocent, blah, blah. But see, as a man, you don't get that. They just like to poke fun at you and run you and potentially run you out the room. You see how that works? Yeah, and I don't look. I wouldn't want to date the bitch in the pink, all right? And I got a son in Europe, and I got 4 fucking degrees, and I'm not dating her because because it's just a normal way of fucking biology. Once the woman feels like she's fucking intelligent, once she clearly feels like she's intelligent, because she can't keep up with a man in survival, but once she feels like she is, any man who she thinks is lesser than her for whatever reason, she doesn't. Oof, she's gonna be a bitch to him. It's basic biology. But again, see, he's 20. He doesn't know how to put it into words yet. On the spot like that in the heat of battle while keeping up with multiple personalities at the same time. He just doesn't. It's very rare you're going to find a straight male who is capable of doing that shit. Who is capable because as men, our thing is just to get angry and get loud, whatever. But see, women, they like when men get angry and loud because that just makes us look crazy. So then they can just write you off as, okay, I was afraid and all this shit like that. Because see, bitches, they're manipulative because they're manipulative as fuck. Again, I would love to go into the room with any one of these people and do a live stream. I'd pay to go do it. I'll pay to do it, to sit down in a room and have this debate and pounce and try to pounce on me like that and watch what's gonna happen. I would literally pay money to go in there, to go in a room and talk about that. I would pay money to do it.
I would want somebody that's lower IQ than me.
Oh, okay. What do you think about that?
How did I guess he was?
I'm already the black sheep here.
How did you know you was the black sheep? Did you catch that? See, what did I say earlier? She know because she's the whore. How did she? What gave her the idea? Think about that. What gave whore on the left the idea that she was a black sheep? Where did she even come up with that? What gave, out of everything that was said, how did she come to the conclusion that she was the black sheep? From what I told you earlier, she said that she slept around with a bunch of men, and the guy stated he doesn't want a whore. So that made her the black sheep. Did you see that? What conclusion, in what way did she get, in what universe based off of just everything that was said, and if you didn't know how to listen to bitches and how they manipulate shit, and what was said, as a typical man who was listening logically, what reason would the 40-year-old whore have to say she's the black sheep? How would she even, what was said that even led her to even say that? Because again, in conversation speak, he said he doesn't want to fuck whores, and she openly stated she was a whore in the beginning of the interview. That's why she's the black sheep. And this whole argument is based off of her just putting blood in the water and waiting for the sharks to come. That's what women do in art. Because women can't, here's the thing, dude, because women cannot coherently argue very few topics. Well, very few topics. And most of them can only have to do with fucking. After that, they can't. Most women cannot, especially if the man is at equal level of her in that field, right? So whatever that girl went to school with, if she goes against a guy in that same field, she's gonna lose. Okay, that's just a known thing throughout every walk of fucking life. She's going to be the weaker one, right? pouncing on a 20-year-old. I hope it makes these old bitches feel good. You pouncing on a 20-year-old guy. Hope it makes you feel good, old whore. Black sheep.
I guess he was.
I mean, I'm already the black sheep here in many ways.
You're the old whore, yeah.
You would be horrified if you knew the life that I've lived.
See? You gotta love him. You have to love him for this. See, he's 20. He can't, even if he can see it, he doesn't know how to call her out on it quite yet. You would be horrified by the life that I've lived. The old whore. Yes. Let's play that back.
You would be horrified if you knew the life that I've lived.
The old whore.
Sexually and otherwise.
No, just sexually. Let's be. Oh, it's sexually or something to do with sex. Because that's the only thing you're good at. Well, I wouldn't even say you're good at. You're biologically predispositioned to be good at it because you just sit there and just take cock. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I got almost 20 years on this guy. So hearing the way that he's talking, it hurts my heart for him.
No, it hurts because you're an old whore who ran out of time and he can still go out there and find his own life. That boy is 20 years old and knows what he wants in life. You 40 years old, so talking about something, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure, I don't know myself. Everybody came around me, left. I'm still trying to figure it out. That's why you're hurt. You're not hurt for him from some mystical hope for the better good out of his life bullshit. You're mad because you're an old whore who ran out of time and the clock is ticking by the fucking second. And that boy is 20, he's physically together. He's well spoken for a 20-year-old. He has his own employment and he knows what he wants out of a woman, which is far more than you could say at fucking 40. That's why you're mad. Correct that shit. You are not mad for some. And see, like I say before, like I say all the time, women, they always want to they want to be so valuable. They want to have, like, they want to be admirable. They really want it. Like they like it almost hurts their soul. That's why they hate men so much. It's because they want to be admirable. They want to feel like they contribute to human society other than giving birth and watching young children. They want to feel like that. So like they're desperate to try to twist any scenario in that they're fighting for the greater good of fixing this hurt 20-year-old young man for oppressing women, and I hope he has a happy life. That bitch don't give a fuck about his life. She's mad because her life is over.
Because somewhere in your development, which is questionable,
yeah.
Someone's planted this seed to tell you or to make you think that A, women are inferior, which, my love, we are not. B, we're supposed to be less intelligent than you, which means your pool is going to be pretty empty. And the fact that you're thinking in terms of like the 40s and the 50s of like women need to be home looking after the husband.
Well, if you were, to the woman in black, if you're such a great fucking person who has all this wisdom and is so valuable, and if you're so great and amazing and you feel sorry for those lesser than you because you're so admirable and you have all this wisdom and intelligence to just spread throughout the world, how come no man ever wanted to stay with you? Why are you still sitting up here single after you done sucked a trainload of cocks and ate a trainload of pussies out? And how come nobody have actually stayed with you if you're so fucking great? But let me get this straight though. It's perfectly fine to pounce on a 20-year-old kid who can't fight for himself. That's perfectly okay. A 20-year-old kid who knows what he wants, has a career, has his physical health, and has his youth. But you, as a used up 40-year-old woman, that must make you feel good. It must make you feel good.
Yeah.
I think the 40s and 50s are already when the decline was happening. The 40s and the 50s only begat what we have today. I don't think that we can go back to that time frame without changing legal things. Like right now, we have no-fault divorce. We have a system in which a woman can decide to just end the family, break apart the family for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Women have rights.
Yes, we do.
I think both of those things were mistakes.
Okay.
The right to vote, no-fault divorce, liberation.
I'm so shocked hearing this.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean,
He just gonna try to get out of there.
obviously we were raised differently, and I was
He gonna
raised in
try
a
to get
different
out.
time.
Is he right in what he's saying?
No.
Why
I
not?
mean, I think that we should all be. That's where a lot of our issues from today are coming from, because women have obviously been put down and put into a lesser category and stuff like that. I think that we should be on the very same plane, the very same level, and they should have the
Amazing.
same things that we should have.
Alicia,
Because
you
if not,
think
you're going to
women-
have problems.
What kind of problem?
I mean, you're going to have. You see how the two of them feel about this. So I mean, if it was flipped around and we were treated like that, we would feel the same way.
Alicia,
I would say we're treated differently because we are different.
Well, we are different, but that
We are
doesn't mean
definitely
one is
different, for sure.
inferior.
Okay, if one's not inferior, okay, go to boot camp, and I tell you what, woman, if you're not inferior, go to boot camp and try to compete with other men in really any branch, and watch where all the women are gonna fit place with the men. Okay. Let's be if you're not inferior, go do something that's going to call for like serious protection of a country and to sustain and to sustain life. Go into those fields and just compete with men. Well, look at any STEM field. Like they still have to. They can't pay bitches to take STEM fields, all right? Because they can't compete with the men in there. Shit that's actually going to call for sustaining life and sustaining humanity. Or and protecting a country, go put the women in there. And what do they have to do time and time again? They have to lower the bar so women can just say they got in. All right, it's again. There's gonna be anomalies here or there. There's gonna be some who make it through the cracks and who maybe do a better job than some men. I give them that. But the overwhelming majority, look, it's just basic fucking fact. Okay. Like especially the last time I looked into it, they couldn't pay women to take a STEM field. They were giving all types of grants away for bitches to go in the STEM fields, and bitches don't want to do that shit. All right. So when she talking about women are inferior, okay, if she wants to get like real brutal and hardcore about it, yes, women are inferior. Okay, when shit gets to thoroughly explain my views on this, on how they trying to pounce on a 20-year-old kid, and if they want to get all the way real about it, yes, women are inferior. Because let's be real about it. The only reason why women even sit up there talking right now is because the men in that room are allowing it. If you want to get fucking real and brutal about this shit. All right. Now we'll play nice and see it because we the ones who actually love and care. We'll let you sit over there and talk shit and not beat your ass for because let's be real. If men wanted to, we just kill all the women because you are inferior. If you want to be like brutally biologically honest about it, you are alive because we're allowing you to be alive. Okay, like I said back on that Fresh and Fit podcast, the only reason they sitting up in there talking shit and looking cute with their makeup is because the men in that room literally just didn't decide to just start going and just walk around the room and just punching anything. No direction, just punching shit. That's the only reason y'all even sitting in there comfortable now is because they allowed it. If you want to get all the way brutal about that who's inferior shit, yes, women, you are inferior to man, okay? Because again, the only reason why you alive and even talking, you even speaking is because men are allowing it. If you want to get 1,000% brutal, and then it just goes up the tier. The only reason I'm talking is because men who are bigger and stronger or whatever the fuck faster than me are allowing it. If you want to get, if you want to get biologically brutal about it, and you want to get real about it, but they don't want that conversation. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that when it comes time to go to war and it comes time to protect the country, all them feminist cunts, they gonna shut the fuck up and let the men's go out there and fight that war. Let the men's go ahead and fight. We sit over here. You know what? I like crocheting now. It ain't that bad to crochet. Them bitches gonna shut the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? Like, so yes, if you want to get all the way brutal, you want to pounce on a 20-year-old kid, If you want to get brutal about it, oh no, yes, women are inferior. If you want to get like, if you're trying to get all hard, like again, the only reason why them women sitting there and even talking is because the men in that room are allowing it. If you want to tap back into that real animalistic reason of being on Earth and you know and the order of shit, the only reason the only reason them bitches are even allowed to talk is because the men in that room are literally allowing it. Like Patrice O'Neal said, like when the female cop was comes up to arrest him, like look, the only reason he said the only reason that cop arrested him is because he let her arrest him. And women severely lose track of that because their whole thing is social, right? So if they can get you to believe it's okay to do something, well, then they'll just kind of hold you, you know, essentially hold your instincts as ransom for society type of shit, right? So like with most female police officers, dude, like it'd be nothing just a cold clock one just hard in the fucking, you know, anywhere in her body and she'd just crumble, right? But we don't do that because society, you know, and laws, you know, and women know it, you know. So like women are happy just holding your instincts hostage, you know, for society type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, man, if you want to get on that who's inferior topic for real, women don't want that conversation. Because they talking about inferior, they talk about an inferior superior on the sense of men are just going to respect these laws that men wrote to protect women. Now, if you want to dive on like legit animalistic, throw all the laws out the window and motherfuckers did whatever they want to do, oh no, bitch, you don't stand a chance. Men are inferior. I'm sorry, women are inferior. If you want to get that real about it. The only reason, like, again, she'll want that argument as long as we keep in mind that we're operating underneath comfortable conditions for women. You see what I'm saying? She'll want that argument as long as we stay within that realm of it. But take away that realm of comfortable conditions, oh yeah, bitch, no, you ain't gonna stand no chance. You are inferior, yes. Chrissy Bacon says, women have it so easy in the U.S. My sister is in uni as a computer science major. She got a full ride in so many scholarships that she basically gets to keep $35K in cash. Yeah, Chrissy Bacon, yeah. They couldn't get bitches. They couldn't get them to do STEM. Because they were giving away all types of grants and scholarships for them. Just to be a woman going to STEM. Because bitches most women just hate logic. Unless it comes down to who they fucking, how they fucking, when they fucking, and who they don't want to fuck, you know, they don't deal with it. They don't like dealing with logic too far outside of that. So it's hard to find women to go into them fields. Like I said, last time I looked into it, they were given, like they couldn't give away enough money, and women just they don't want to go in there. Yo, AD, they just projecting, they know reality. They just trying to use his morals against them. Yeah, Mo. Yo, thanks for tuning in, Mo. Yeah, they just trying to pounce on a 20-year-old kid because they know he doesn't know how to like how to directly focus, you know, on core shit and build up from there. He'll just kind of like follow them, and because he's younger, you know, this is what the path we go through as men. When we're younger, we still got to get that footing on becoming that leader and firm in our decision making and thoughts and shit, you know. So they know they can do that to him. You know what I mean?
Well, we are different, but that doesn't mean one is inferior.
Sure. Alicia, what do you think about what he's saying and what he wants?
It's pretty ridiculous, and that's why he's looking for that group online, because he's not going to find, I mean, you're not going to find an attractive, like interesting woman in that way. You'll just find like a psychopath.
But he doesn't want that.
Yeah, and that's.
So he should find. So she's saying he should find an ugly woman. Did you catch that too? Did you catch that right there? See, because women are on this whole, oh, we're all beautiful, fat, skinny, it doesn't matter. That's just the male patriarchy fighting it. So why was the focus on him not being able to find an attractive woman? So he should find an ugly woman. Did you catch that shit? Because I did. Because if you let women tell it, oh, men are so shallow. So why is it that since she doesn't respect his values, that his punishment is he's not going to get with an attractive woman? So I guess it's going to be an ugly woman is what she's inferring, right? So you love how women use this sexist shit to their benefit? when they can, and then when it's not time to use it as a benefit, then it's, you know, oh, you shouldn't be that shallow towards women. Maybe she has a great personality and all that goofy shit. Did you catch that?
It's kind of sad. And I have nothing against a mother staying at home if that's what she chooses to do. I actually
Right.
think that's, you know, if someone
Right.
wants to do that, that's beautiful. I feel
Right.
like everyone should do what they want, but
Right.
they should never be forced that you need to, like, or you can't work, or you can't, you know, you should do what you want. But you can find a woman who, but that should be her choice, not because you're, you know, dictating how she
Do
should
you
live.
want a man who think that the two of you are equal?
Yeah, that's what I want.
If this is
She thinks she wants that. She don't want that, for real. Women, here's the thing. Women are in love with their imagination from watching these modern Netflix movies. See, women are in love with their imagination, but when they go out in the world, it has nothing. Their pussy and their brains are on two different wavelengths, dude. Their brain works this imagination of this fucking pussy dude in fucking gardening boots and fucking and suspenders and all this shit like that. She don't want to get railed out by a dude like that, singing Let Her Go by Passenger and shit. But see, her imagination will lead her to think that, you know, that she has this perfect little life. She don't want to get railed by some dude like that. She want to get railed by somebody who's better than her. Because if he's equal to her, he can't touch her like this. You know what I'm saying? Because he's equal. It's the same. She wants to get railed by somebody better than her. And for whatever her thing is, she wants to get railed hard by somebody who's better than her. Because that dude who she claims she wants, who's equal to her, oh, I bet you he can't touch her a certain way in sex. I bet you he can't put his hands right here during sex. No, don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. No. That dude who's equal. But that dude who's better, sit down, bitch. Slam her head in the fucking bed and just rail her through the fucking bed frame. That dude who's better. Like, I bet homie's wife that left it. I bet that's what she did. I bet you homie's wife on the right, I bet you that's what she did. How much you want to bet? When he fucked her, he couldn't touch her in certain spots. He couldn't do, no, don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like when you call me that or you're in bed. But guess what? That motherfucker that she left him for, I bet you he ain't have no limits. I bet you that. The motherfucker who she went out and got impregnated by while she was married to him for 4 years and they was together for 6. I bet you that man who impregnated her ain't have to worry about hearing, don't touch me there. Don't touch me on my shoulder. I just don't like being touched on my shoulder. I bet you she ain't tell him that. And then bought him food after she got done fucking him. After he got done fucking her. Probably got him some what you call that shit? Food. Hey, what you call that shit in the US? Food dash. Whatever that shit is, they deliver shit. And probably got him some Gatorade cigarettes and some fresh hot Chipotle and shit. With his money. How much you want to bet? I bet you that. I guarantee it. I would guarantee it.
This is a battle. We're not talking about a battle of the sexes. We're
But we talk
all
about-
souls having a human experience, whether we're in a man's body or a woman's body.
That's when, when women get on this shit, that's when you know she's officially old and done. Because when they start resorting on energies and all this shit like that, and they try to talk in this, they try to sound like they're this fucking mystical fucking... all this has to be on some mystical, soul mystical level shit. That's when you know, yeah, she's done.
And it's what you bring to the table in a relationship. So we've got to be on an even playing
For
field.
a bitch, you can't keep no man.
We're all going to contribute differently and build, your castle together. But some things that I can't do, my partner will be able to do.
You ain't
and
got
vice
no
versa.
partner. You don't have a partner. What partner are you talking about? She don't have a partner. Listen to this thing, but this bitch can't keep a man. She still know her way of life, and she's 40. She can't keep no man, and she's sitting up here giving relationship advice. Bitch, what qualifies you in relationship? I'm not gonna go to a mechanic who can't fix who's been a mechanic for at least 20 years and can't fix one damn car, and go to him and ask him for advice on how to fix my car. All right. That's what you are in this shit. Why is she giving dating advice? What part is she talking about? Her partner? Bitch, you ain't got no partner. You like Tommy, you ain't got no job. You talking about your damn job, you ain't got no job. What partner is she talking about? Maybe partners, but what partner is she talking about? What partner is she talking about?
But some things that I can't do, my partner will be able to do, and vice versa.
What partner?
But to say that one is better than the other, quite simply because of their sex, is
yes,
it's a Neanderthal way of thinking.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, and if you believe that, go. I'll tell you what you do. If you believe that men are not superior, like I said, go to the military. Or, go to a STEM field, pick up any statistics you want and find how that shit plays out. When it comes to actual survival, not dressing up a fucking hallway or washing a dish, but when it comes to actual survival, to keep humanity moving, go dig up those stats and tell me what you find. If you trying to bring up that inferior argument, because I'll just go ahead and be an asshole and throw it out there. I'll be that asshole to bring it out there. If you think it's so Neanderthalic, okay, go dig up any field that calls for actual human health and true genuine health and survival. Go look in any field you want to bring up that calls for keeping human life going, surviving. Dig up all the stats on how many men are doing it and women are doing it, and on top of that, succeeding, how long they stay in the fields. Not just went to school and got a degree in it, but how many actually went off and practiced. Go off and find it. And I bet you it's not going to be equal, especially when you factor in everything. Because number one thing is usually going to be military. Because if it ain't for the military, well, ain't no country going to be standing. All right, unless they got a military or they lean on somebody else's. And we all know the numbers with the military. So that's stage one of failure right there for that argument for women. Because without military, motherfuckers just going to come and take whatever you got. All right, so that's stage one of keeping your country or humanity going right there. So if you want to, if you just want to keep digging deeper, you please, by all means, do it. You're not going to be happy about what you find, but hey, read more of these comments. I'm getting off here. It's almost 9:30. DoorDash, that's what it's called in America. Out here, it's called Dame Ye Lo, which is Czech for like do food, like let's do food. It's called Dame Ye Lo, and I think they got Uber Eats out here too. I'm gonna get off here in a bit, man. It's 9:30. Big Tail Cowboy, what's up, man? LOL, she can't keep no man, only member. Yeah, Jason, she over talking about partners. Hey, partners? Well, you ain't got no damn. You talking about my partner, bitch? You ain't got no partner. You 40 years old, ain't never been married. Obviously, you could never keep no man. Well, you talking about partner, bitch? You the last person motherfuckers need to listen to about partner. The fuck you talking about? See, this is what I'm talking about. See, bitches are like hamsters and men are lions. Like, don't take no advice from women with relationship shit, because she don't know. Her whole job is to sit around and wait to get fucked. That's her whole fucking position in a relationship. And don't be too much of a cunt. That's her only fucking position in the shit. Outside that, she don't know anything about no damn relationship. Fucking... It's fucking ridiculous, man. Dark Rebel, those stats you speak of would destroy normies. As chicks that do get these fancy degrees leave the fields. Yeah, yes, they leave the field. You might find some who get the degree, but they don't last. And on top of that, the few women who do excel in fields like computer science, few women who do excel in those fields, they openly admit to refusing to hire women. It's even examples of it on YouTube with them doing it. They openly are against women in those fields because they just use manipulation to get by in life. It's not, again, I say this shit brutally, but I'm just the fucking messenger, all right? People out there can be mad at me if they want to, but I'm just the fucking messenger, dude. When woman's kryptonite is fact, woman's strength is fucking manipulation tactics, and hope you don't pick up on them. Her advice never adds up to her reality. Yeah, man, it never does. Yes, I was watching that Girl in Black, like Agent Smith in The Matrix. Have you ever stood and stared at it, marveled at its beauty, its genius, woman, man? Yeah, Jimmy Walker. Yeah, it's amazing how they can just so effortlessly and easily just be absolutely terrible humans. and not get caught because, like Bill Burr said, because people want to fuck them. They don't get caught. And it's like, and it's the same, it's the very thing that gives them that benefit of life is what keeps them back. It's because that benefit keeps them stupid, is the fact that they can always rely on that. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful how quick, it's truly beautiful and amazing how quick they can just do something absolutely awful. And nobody catches it, or if you do, they can then manipulate it into you just hating women or not liking women. It's truly a thing of beauty. Like I admire how awful women can be and not get called out for it. Perfect example. I'm gonna leave y'all off with this. There was a Twitch streamer, a female, of course, who got caught, who she had sex during a live stream. And you could see the reflection through the window. And she clearly tried to have sex during a live stream. And Twitch banned her for 7 days. She didn't get permanently banned. They twitched her for 7 days. And motherfuckers are falling. I seen it before I started this live stream. I wanted to touch on that. This bitch she fucked on camera. Women get that added bonus and benefit just for being a woman. And here's the thing. If women had any morals, they'd be mad. Well, if attractive women had morals about it, they'd be mad about it. But they don't care because it's their benefit. They don't care about it till they get ugly. Then it's, the world's it's so uneven in the world. Vote. I care about the rights to vote and all this. See, that's when all that shit comes out. All that anger for equality comes out. Once they figure out they not the most prettiest girl in the room or can get away with being the most prettiest somewhere type of shit. That's when all that... all that shit comes out. It smells like laundry detergent. Yo, that story was wild. Banned her for 7 days. Content creators who say things get banned forever. Oh, well, my Patreon got banned just because they found it. I made another one. They said, oh, we found it was linked to another YouTube account that we banned, so we banned that shit too. Bitches go on camera, fucking on camera, dude. Like with the and she probably get a sign-on bonus when she come back. They would be like, hey, you know what? Maybe we tell this is a little too harsh. How's the $20,000 sound? I don't know. Can you make it 30? Or else you're oppressing all women. Okay. Here's some free food. Also, Blue Apron. Y'all remember that shit? They be playing Death Battle used to play that shit all the time. Blue Apron. She get a free year subscription to Blue Apron. On top of her $20,000 sign-on bonus for coming back for being distraught. For getting punished. Yo, Easy. Yo, I've been meaning to call you, Easy Peasy. What's up, man? Yeah, they were afraid of the truth. Yeah. I've been meaning to call you, man. Yeah, I gotta eat, man, because I can't wait too late before eating, or I'd be like, fuck, I'd be sick all night, man. Like weirdly sick too. I literally heard about that story yesterday from Night Talk. Why the older generations were right about certain things. Yeah. Great example is women in porn after they are no longer able to do it. Oh yeah, the warrior. Yeah. Well, yeah, typically from every now and then there's stories of women who like cows when they're about to get slaughtered, they kind of see what's happening and hurry up and try to fix it before it's too late. Every now and then there's some women like that who they seen what was happening and it's like, oh, I ain't going that route. I'm gonna try to hurry up and go get married or whatever. But most of them do yeah, when they end up older like that, they're just finished. They don't know because they have no other training in life to do anything else other than try to, than to dress up and fuck for money. They don't know how to do anything else. Well, even the younger hot ones don't either, but they kind of figured out that at least, for a woman to be marriage material, it's quite fucking easy. Just don't be too much of a cunt, take a bath, and don't be fat. And that's the only requirements for a girl to turn into a woman and have kids and be a wife, essentially speaking, at the core of it. That's all that's needed. Whereas a man has to, has to learn how to protect and all this shit. Like, he has to learn how to protect, have financial resources or physical resources or mental resources. He has to figure out other shit on top of fucking and keeping up with her and all this shit. A man has to bring so much more to the table than a woman. Now, don't get me wrong, women do have to give birth, and I'm not trying to minimize that, but I'm talking like for that initial fucking push in the world to just go in the world and successfully just become woman, all woman has to do is just age. That's it. You know, whereas for a boy to turn into a man, back to that video I was covering, for a boy to turn into a man, he has to go out, he has to have his resources, he has to have a personality, he can't be too creepy or clingy, but he can't be too happy and nice, and he has to be loving and caring, but not too loving and caring. He has to be funny, but not too funny. See, if women had to live a fucking month in men's shoes, dude, they'd be on the verge of suicide. Easily. Women have it so fucking easy, dude. Like, as a woman, when all else fails, all they have to do is just sit down, shut up, and wait to get fucked. That's it. When all else fails, that's all she has to do. Nobody cares about how broken down a woman's life is. Here's the thing. Nobody cares about, okay, from a woman's perspective on finding a partner in the world, nobody cares about how great she is or how bad she is. The core thing that will always get her to sell in the world is that she is literally just physically woman, meaning nobody cares about her education, nobody cares about how much money she makes, and also nobody really cares about how much debt she's going to have and all this shit like that. I don't care what woman you find on earth. All she has to do is just straighten her hair, lean her head to the side, and smile and take a picture, and she's going to have suitors come up to buy her. And that's all she has to do. That's it. And sit back and wait. So with this whole thing of inferior, like, and superior, like I said, I would love if there was some type of experiment where women who truly thought that men are not superior in terms of going out in that world and just existing and having to deal with that shit. If you really don't believe, I wish there was an experiment where a woman can just switch sides. Every experiment that was done where a woman had to switch sides with men and they seen what men actually have to go through and deal with, every woman will admit men have it rougher. I'm glad I'm a woman. Every single, from Tinder dating experiences to was that ABC News experiment where they had that one dyke dress up like a man and had her go out and approach women as a man and talk to women, and she immediately noticed how awful women are, just how terrible they are. That's how terrible the world is to people, until she got around a group of other men and they just immediately took her in and just, you know, cared for her like a brother and took her out for bowling and had fun with her and didn't even ask any questions. You see that? Yeah, women. It's like, again. My thing is not to hate women. It's just you have to always remember that they're just dumb as fuck because of their privilege. Especially earlier on in life, because they're privileged, they don't have to be smart. There's no reason for them to genuinely be smart. Now, she's going to try to measure it up by her college education and all that shit too. I mean, I got the college education to back my shit up. They're going to try to back that up as their fucking totem pole for fucking intelligence, just because they got some degree. But let me tell you, so I remember I was in the physics lab, right? I remember I was in the physics lab, and there was a teacher who was tutoring in there, right? And he was going through applications for more physics tutors, and they would all have all these degrees, right? You know, from different universities and all this. And we would sit down, and he was a cool guy. We was all sit down at the table. We would just talk and laugh and hang out, dude. We was just hanging out in the physics lab. And I remember, and when it first clicked on me, he told me, I was about 23 at the time, about 24 at the time. And he said, well, all university degrees tell me is that you know how to read. And he's true, and then that's 1,000% true. Now, at least with this university degree, all I know is that you know how to read and write. Now, can you actually perform in the world? You see, and that's when I was about 24, and I just finished my first degree because I started when I was 22. I started late at college, and I got my associate's degree when I was 22 in biotechnology. And that was when it really clicked on me, like, yeah, like this degree really isn't like, you know, it really isn't on deeper levels. This is not just because you have, and women need to hear this, just because you have a college degree does not mean you're intelligent. Like he wasn't my tutor, but the old physics teacher taught me while he was literally going through CVs on his desk. Right, he said they all went to university, so by this logic, they all at least know how to read and write. That's all university is good for. Like I said, I have 4 degrees, and I'll happily sit here and tell you, dude. And some degrees age better than others. For a perfect example, my second degree was in network engineering, right? So guess what? Years later, This is when I went back to my flat in out there in Centerville, right? And I got internet again. And this is a true story because I have a degree in network engineering. They gave me a router to set up in my flat from Time Warner. It was a Time Warner cable router, right? And I could not figure out how to set the thing up. I have a degree in network engineering. Couldn't figure out how to set it up. So I had to call them, had them come out. They sent a guy out to come fix it. Older dude, maybe 40, 45. Like he had kind of a rough life. We talked for a while. And I said, look, dude, I have this, I'm totally humble with this shit. I have a degree in this field and I don't even know how to set this router up. And he goes, yeah, I never even went to college. And then I do this for a living. Because technology, especially in the technical worlds type of shit, it grows and changes so fast. My degree is out. Okay, in depending on the situation, my degree is outdated. All right. Especially, it's outdated. And I'm humble enough to say it and admit it and advocate the shit. It's outdated. But the thing is, the world, they have this immediate respect for a degree, but that degree is outdated. I couldn't even set up a Time Warner cable modem in my flat after I came back from Europe. Right? Couldn't even set it up. But see, again, women have no sense of genuine logic without being judged by society. Like, women's logic is whatever they think society is judging things on. So they think, oh, well, it's the degree. So, yeah, that's just it. That's the intelligence. Like the little girl, the little 28 girl who claims she's a virgin, which I highly doubt. Like, that was her, pretty much position on it because she has degrees. Degrees mean fucking, dude, degrees literally explain that you know how to read and write. That's about it. Because you're going to have to write some papers. And you're definitely going to have to read. But going out in the world and actually functioning, that's a whole different animal, dude. That's a whole entirely different animal for many fields. Titles are important to women that can't keep men. If she has a man, she'll care about his title. Yeah. Same mine. I took trades in automotive. That's cool. Here's the thing. I really wanted to do that. I wanted to, because there was a community college that had an automotive course, and I really wanted to go there and do that. But I never, because my dad was, he's a retired mechanic, and he worked on some of everything. But we never had like a legit garage to working at home. So I never got a chance to like really, formally kind of learn. It was just kind of like when something happened, he would take me out to the garage and I'd do it with him. So I forgot all this shit, But I think that's cool that you got the trade in automotive, man. I think that's real cool, man. Women are not naturally humble. No, Javi, no. Because I was telling my girl this shit, like, because the course of a woman's life is going to be, okay, like when they're young, because I was telling her about Kratos, right? Because he's a little boy, and all the women love him, everybody love him because he's small and cute. And then once he gets too big, ain't nobody gonna love him like that no more. See, as a man, it's pretty much over at that point on. You're just a nuisance until you can provide something as a man. But all these bitches, all these old young bitches, they love him when they see me hold him and somewhere like that. They think he's cute. They come over to me and comment, oh, he's just so cute and all this. Yeah, they love him now. Now, y'all don't be rude. So I'm going to say thank you and all that shit, and they go off somewhere. They love him now because he's small and cute. But as soon as he gets bigger, yeah, he's a nuisance. And so he's going to be a nuisance unless the other person has a son his age or something like that, or had a son or something like that. Or he's gonna be a nuisance until he can provide something in life, and that's just how it is. That's the life as a man. And I'm telling her to prepare her for this shit. Like this ain't gonna look, because he's a boy. See, now as a little girl, she'll be small and cute. People will like her. Then she'll turn to a girl, so they'll hold extra doors open for her because she's a girl, and give her cleaner toilets and all that because she'll be a little girl. And then once she gets of age to be physically attractive, well, then it's always gonna be some guy that's gonna give her what she wants. So women, they snowball, like it snowballs into entitlement. Especially in the Western world, it snowballs into entitlement. Right, starting from a baby to getting bigger to then guys wanting to fuck them, and then it snowballs over the years to where their entitlement is just absolutely pathetic, and then they end up like her thinking they're actually fucking intelligent. but now the snowball's starting to melt. See, All it's like everything that she thought she was worth and valued for, it's melting, and it's nothing she could do. You see, and as I tell my girl, like, you as a girl, you always, I tell her all the time, well, not all the time, but I tell her when we get on these topics. You had a totally different life that Kratos is getting ready to have. Now, I know what kind of life he's getting ready to have. Unless he gets lucky and ends up, 6'2", or he ends up super good at something, or he just ends up like a model baby or something like that. Unless he ends up, something severely out the norm, like really super good at sports over here or something like that. Y'all gonna have two whole different qualities of life. Again, as a girl, she starts out life small like a baby, cute, gets a bigger, oh, she's a little girl, here, give the little girl, oh, baby, and then she'll learn to talk lighter to get what she wants, and then she gets a little bigger, the boys at school gonna like her, so they gonna start giving her shit, and then when she gets older, guys gonna start fucking her, and they snowball their way into entitlement because of their existence as women. Whereas again, as boys, bitches love Kratos now, but when he get bigger, ain't nobody getting ready to go out their way to give him nothing, because he gonna be a man and he gotta fend for himself. He ain't gonna be cute no more. You see? So I'm trying to prepare her for that, so it's not gonna be surprising when it happens. AD, I'm gonna get going. Thank you for the live stream catch. I'm gonna get off here too, but thanks for tuning in, Mo. Appreciate it. I'm gonna get off here too, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna get out of here before it gets too late. Yo, I catch y'all later, man. I'll probably live stream tomorrow. Not really 100% sure, but I'll catch y'all later, man. Thanks everybody who chimed in, donated maybe. I don't see any donations, but yeah, thanks to anybody who even clicked on anything with my name on it. And I'll try to put my music library up somewhere if I can figure it out. But yeah, yo, I'll catch you on the flippy flip, man. Peace out.